Okay, you're looking at Audacity here, and so this is designed to be helpful to you if you want to know how to proceed with recording a conversation with yourself. So what I've got here is, you can kind of see the mouse moving around here. I've got a track here. There was one of my scripted first message. Here I've got a scripted second message. So I'm just going to do these two messages. And down here I decided to add some background sound. So I added some sort of free background Foley, it's called in the film world, and it's basically the sound of people in a restaurant sort of in the background. So how this plays out is, let me mute these two tracks here, and I'll play the first message that I recorded. Oops, gotta go back to the beginning now. This is my first track. I'm recording a conversation with myself. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about the assignment for Monday. Okay, so that's my first speech. And then I will, let's see, I recorded that, and then I'm going to record, and I recorded these right in Audacity, and I'll show you how to do that. The second speech, I'm going to go ahead and unmute that, and mute the other one. And then, so the second speech, my reply to myself, sounds like this.
Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding. It's Sunday and you haven't got a plan for Monday?
Okay, so that's my reply, my first reply anyway. And you might notice that I changed, my voice sounds a little bit different. I did that just for fun. So to change things, you can highlight, there's several basic tools right up here at the top. I don't know if you can see that. That's the selection tool, envelope tool, move tool, time shift tool they call it. Anyway, if you select the selection tool, and then you can select an area on any of your tracks, and then you can do stuff to it. And so if you go to the effect menu, you can change it. So what I did was I changed the pitch on my on my reply message so that it sounds just enough different so it'll be easier to follow the different speakers, so to speak. So so that's the two messages. Down here, let me mute this one and just play you this one. So I found this restaurant sounds file on freesound.org, and that's a good site for sound effects and things like that if you want to add some of that to your project. So I'll play that for you. So it sounds like that, sort of like background sound, and it said it was the sound of a restaurant in Athens, so I thought that made sense. Who knows if that's the case, but anyway, it gives you some fun things to play with if you want to add other things. So let's say that I want to add another speech, another one of my scripted messages. So I could then, right inside Audacity here, I can just click on up at the top here, you click on the record button, and it will generate a new track, and it will start recording. So let me go ahead and stop that and delete that start. And I'm just going to re-record this new track, which again automatically gets created as soon as I click the record button in Audacity. So I'm going to record this track and then add it and show you how that goes. Well, I guess I was thinking maybe since I'm in Athens and everything, maybe I can get an extension, maybe. I mean, okay, so then I have that file. Now notice I still have the selection tool selected, so if there's a lot of space there, if I want to just select empty space, hit the delete key on my keyboard, I can get that. So now, what do we have here? I need to delete this empty track. So now I have all these, I have my first two speeches. My third speech is not in the right location, however, because this is a timeline, so I need to move it. So I have a couple options there. So I can select the move tool, which is this double arrow tool, and then I can move that track, and you see that little yellow line there that says you're lined up, so you can do that, And now now I have 4 tracks. What I can also do is go to the, you can't see these menus at the top, but you go to the view menu and fit vertically, it scrunches them all that, so you can see all of your tracks on one screen there. The other thing you can do if you want to is keep it less tracks by just using the selection tool again and selecting that third message or third speech. I'm going to cut it just using the keyboard commands, and then I'm going to go up to my top message here and paste it. So now it's like these 2 speeches the same. Now you'll notice the waveform in this is quite a bit lower than this one, so I adjusted that in the first speech. So I'm going to go ahead and do that there too. I'm going to unmute this and then select that speech and go to the effect menu, which is again out of your viewing area, but you go to effect and you get these bunches of things you can do. I'm going to amplify that by about, I think I did, took it to 20, and then you have to say you allow clipping and you go yes, and then it makes that waveform larger. So then I'll play the whole thing for you. So I'll go back here, and so this is just my first 3 speeches. I need to unmute everything so you hear everything. This is my first track. I'm recording a conversation with myself. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about the assignment for Monday.
Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding. It's Sunday and you haven't got a plan for Monday?
Well, I guess I was thinking maybe since I'm in Athens and everything, maybe I can get an extension, maybe? I mean, so let's say I want it to end right about here. So maybe I like some of that play at the end of just the background sounds. I mean, I'm not done yet, but let's say I was. Then I can take, the other thing I can do is go to the view menu and select fit in window, and that'll show me the whole length of this background sound one. So I can select, maybe I just want it to go over by a little bit. So I'm going to select some of this excess and just delete it. Then, and I could do this, I could do it also that I would maybe select all of these tracks, select the move tool, which is right there again, the double arrow one, and see if I can move all these. So I might leave a little bit of background sound, and then my dialogue starts, and then a little bit of background sound to kind of fade out. And you can also go to that menu above, the effect menu, and you can fade in and fade out. You can do lots and lots of things you can do with this. So then when you have a finished product, what you do is go to the, let's see, File menu and select Export Audio. And I'm going to call it Conversation with Self. I'm going to put it in, let's see, SSC. So you sort of save it somewhere where you can find it again. And I think I have a file within SSC for audio. I think I do, yeah, Audacity sample, where is that? There we go. So if I select that, it's going to save it there. I click save. It says it's going to scrunch it down to one channel. So I do OK, let it scrunch. It gives me this. I don't have to put this stuff in because I'm not really making a song or whatnot. So I just say OK to that, and it exports and creates a WAV file. And then, as the instructions say, you just go to take that WAV file, go to there's an online utility to change the file type, and you just upload that file to the converter. It's a free online converter, and you convert it to an MP3. That'll make it a much smaller file, and then you'll upload that to a folder in my Google Drive area. So then we can share these things that way. So anyway, that's the idea. That's the basic thing. There's lots and lots of online support for Audacity. It's a free open source software program with a huge user base, user community. And so if you Google for video tutorials on basically any topic, you're going to find it easily enough. So this is maybe just to get you started, but that's the idea, that's the assignment, is to create this kind of dialogue with the self that you script and then record. And then beyond that, you can add background sound if you want, you can add sound effect if you want. Whatever you want to do, you're welcome to do. But the baseline assignment is really to record a dialogue with yourself. You don't have to put background sound, and you don't have to put anything else in there. You just have to record a back and forth dialogue with yourself.